Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because what I'm about to spill is not just tea, it's boiling lava straight from the pits of betrayal. The so-called GWAT of women's boxing, Claressa Shields, might be about to take the biggest L of her career, and it's not in the ring. Oh no, this time it's in the court of public opinion, and the judge, jury, and executioner is none other than her ex-lover's husband, Papoose. Yes, you heard me right. Papoose, the man everyone swore would stay silent, has just flipped the table and thrown cards on the floor, and what's in his hand? Private messages, raw, unedited, time-stamped. That, if true, don't just expose Claressa. They obliterate the carefully crafted image she's been selling to the world. I'm talking about screenshots that hint at double lives, carry-ending manipulation, and a level of deceit that makes reality TV look like a kindergarten playdate. Sources close to the situation are calling it the digital nuke, while others are whispering that these receipts could end her legacy overnight. So the real question is this the final round for Claressa Shields' reputation? Or is this just the opening bell? Let's set the stage. Claressa Shields, the self-proclaimed GWAT, the woman who's built her brand on being untouchable both in and out of the ring, now finds herself in a scandal so messy, even the best PR team in the game would need divine intervention to clean it up. And who's holding them up? Not her team, not her fans, but Papoose. Yes, that Papoose. The same man who became hip-hop's poster child for loyalty during Remy Ma's prison sentence? The man who stood by his queen through years of industry drama, media shade, and career challenges. The man who not too long ago was the quiet, supportive type. Well, apparently silence isn't golden anymore, because now Pap's gone, full enough is enough, and the weapon of choice. Private messages. According to sources who claim to have seen these so-called receipts, the DMs and texts allegedly revealed Claressa playing both sides of the field emotionally, stringing along not one but two men while maintaining the public image of a woman focused purely on her career. Oh, and just for that extra spice, one of those men was already married. The other, allegedly just a backup plan. Now let's rewind the clock. This isn't the first time Claressa's name has been tangled in rumors about her personal life. In fact, old whispers from the boxing community claim she's always had a too close for comfort relationship with certain figures around her. At the time, most people brushed it off as jealousy from rivals or gossip from bored insiders. But now, with Pap stepping forward, it's like every old rumor just got a VIP upgrade. Here's where it gets interesting. Pap's not just tossing out vague accusations. No, he's allegedly got time-stamp proof. We're talking screenshots of intimate conversations, suggestive voice notes, and maybe even a few videos that insiders say would make the average viewer's jaw slam into the floor. And these aren't just random, "Hey, how are you?" messages. According to those who've caught a glimpse, the tone is flirty, strategic, and dripping with manipulation. One leaked screenshot described by an anonymous source supposedly shows Claressa laughing off the idea of ever committing to one man. The alleged text, "Men are like sparring partners. You keep more than one, so you're never caught off guard." Okay? Now, whether she actually said this or not, the fact that Pap's camp is willing to let this circulate is already damaging enough. And let's not forget the timeline. Pap and Claressa's alleged involvement came right on the heels of his rocky patch with Remy Ma, a period where gossip blogs were buzzing about an unfixable rift between the couple. That rift, according to insiders, was fueled by outside influences, which now seems like the polite way of saying someone else was in the picture. But here's where the scandal starts to look less like a personal mess and more like a calculated takedown. Pap didn't just wake up one morning and decide to air Claressa out. No, this feels planned, deliberate, almost like he's been collecting evidence for months, waiting for the exact moment when dropping it would cause maximum damage. Industry. Insiders are already speculating on the why. Is this pure revenge? Is Pap trying to reclaim his loyal king image after the humiliation of losing Remy? Or is there something deeper, maybe a business beef, a personal vendetta, or even pressure from powerful people in the background who want Claressa's star dimmed? Whatever the motive, the public's reaction has been nuclear. Twitter is split between Team Pap praising him for exposing a manipulator and Team Claressa accusing him of bitter ex energy and clout chasing. Memes are flooding Instagram. TikTok edits are popping up with dramatic voiceovers. And YouTube commentary channels are already doing hour-long breakdowns with red circles and arrows on every blurred screenshot. And then there's Remy Ma, the queen. Herself has stayed completely silent, which, if you know Remy, is never by accident. Her silence is loud. It's calculated. And if the rumors are true, she's watching this whole drama unfold with the satisfaction of someone who knows the ending before anyone else. Because, make no mistake, if Pap's proof is real, this isn't just a little personal embarrassment for Claressa. This could bleed into her career. Sponsors don't like scandals. Networks don't like negative press. And in a sport where image sells tickets as much as skill, the wrong headline at the wrong time can kill momentum instantly. Still, there's one question burning in everyone's mind. Why now? Why did Pap choose this exact moment to drop the alleged bombshells? Some say it's because Claressa's team was about to leak something on him. And he decided to hit first. Others claim Pap found out something new that pushed him over the edge. Something so personal, so humiliating that staying quiet was no longer an option. And if that's the case, we might not have seen the worst of it yet. According to the same insider who's been feeding these details, part 1 of Pap's exposure is just the appetizer. The main course? Well, let's just say it involves more than messages. We're talking voice notes, phone calls, maybe even a few behind-the-scenes clips that could make Claressa Shields wish she never stepped into the ring with his personal life, which brings us to the cliffhanger. Because if what I'm hearing is true, part 2 of the saga is where the real explosions happen. And when I say explosions, I mean the kind that can turn a boxing legend into a cautionary tale overnight. So here's where the gloves really come off. Those so-called appetizer leaks Pap dropped, turns out they were just a warm-up round. 'Cause the next wave, it's the main event. And trust me, the hits land harder than a championship knockout. Word from insiders is that Pap didn't just leak Claressa's messages, he curated them. Every screenshot, every voice note, every tiny pixel of scandal was allegedly chosen for maximum damage. And that's the kind of calculated energy you only see when someone's been holding onto receipts like precious artifacts, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash them. One of the most talked about leaks is an alleged audio recording Pap's smoking gun, where Claressa can supposedly be heard bragging about keeping her options open because loyalty is for people with no leverage. If that's really her voice, woo! That one sentence alone is the kind of PR nightmare that takes years to recover from, if you ever recover at all. And then there's the calendar incident. Allegedly, Pap leaked a screenshot of Claressa's private schedule showing overlapping personal time bookings with 2 different men, one of them being Pap himself. Now, whether this is authentic or not, the internet doesn't care. Screenshots don't need to be proven in 2025. They just need to be believable enough for people to run with the narrative. Social media reaction: absolutely brutal. TikTok has already turned the calendar double booking into a trending meme format. Twitter is flooded with posts like she's a champion in and out of the ring, juggling matches and men. Meanwhile, Instagram story timelines are basically split-screen wars, half defending Claressa as single until married and the other half roasting her as Claressa Timer Shields. But here's where the plot thickens. According to one very chatty anonymous source, Pap isn't even the one who first discovered all of this. Nope. Apparently, a third party tipped him off. Someone close to Claressa's circle who'd been holding a grudge allegedly slipped him the initial evidence months ago. If that's true, then this whole thing isn't just revenge. It's an orchestrated takedown, possibly fueled by enemies Claressa didn't even know she had. And you know the internet loves a conspiracy. Now threads are popping up connecting Claressa's alleged drama to past beefs in the boxing world. Rival promoters, ex-trainers, even old friends who suddenly went quiet years ago are being brought back into the conversation, with fans asking if they played a role in passing Pap the receipts. The craziest theory: some people think Remy Ma might have known about Claressa's double life all along and sat back, letting the drama cook until Pap was ready to serve it. Because let's be honest, Remy's silence in all of this is louder than any diss track she could ever drop. She hasn't posted about it. She hasn't subtweeted. She hasn't thrown any shade. And yet everyone feels like she's watching from the balcony, sipping tea and enjoying the chaos down. Let's talk career fallout, because this isn't just about hurt feelings anymore. Word on the street is that at least two of Claressa's sponsors are reviewing their partnerships after the leaks went public. Remember, in the corporate world, perception is everything. And when your name is trending alongside words like scandal, cheating, and exposed, that's not exactly the brand alignment companies dream about. One sportswear brand allegedly froze their upcoming ad campaign featuring Claressa. Not canceled, but paused until further clarity is reached. And if you've been in the industry long enough, you know paused is just corporate code for we're quietly looking for someone else. Meanwhile, boxing commentators are split. Some say Pap's leaks are irrelevant to her in-ring legacy, insisting that personal drama shouldn't tarnish athletic achievement. Others argue that when you build your brand on being a role model, scandals like this can be fatal to public image, especially for female athletes who already fight double the PR battles and the fans. Oh, the fans are eating it up. One viral tweet reads, "Claressa dodged more questions than punches this week." Another TikTok clip with over 2 million views features someone in boxing gloves literally dodging text bubbles, while the caption says, "Claressa shields avoiding Pap's receipts." But here's the real kicker and the reason this story isn't slowing down anytime soon. Rumors are swirling that Pap hasn't even dropped all the evidence yet. According to insiders, there's a part 3 to his plan. One final set of receipts that could end her legacy entirely. And the speculation on what that could be: pure madness. Some say it's a video. Others think it's a chain of voice notes that connect her to something even bigger, like sabotaging other fighters' careers, manipulating match outcomes, or leveraging relationships to secure contracts. Whatever it is, Pap's team is keeping it under wraps for now, which only makes people more desperate to know. And that desperation is exactly what's keeping this scandal alive. Every day that Pap doesn't drop the final bomb, the suspense grows. Claressa's fans are begging her to address it directly, while her critics are daring her to deny it. Because in today's world, silence is the same as guilt in the court of public opinion. As for Pap, he's been spotted looking unusually confident at recent events, smiling, laughing, shaking hands, taking photos. The energy of a man who knows he's holding all the cards. And whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that right now he's controlling the narrative. Which brings us right to the edge of the next chapter. Because if what I'm hearing is true, Pap's final round might not just damage Claressa's reputation, it might drag other big names into the fire with her. And once that happens, this won't just be a messy breakup scandal anymore. It'll be an industry-wide earthquake. And just when you thought this whole Pap versus Claressa saga couldn't get messier, boom, the whispers turn into roars. That mysterious final round of evidence, apparently it's not just another batch of texts or screenshots. According to one insider who claims to have been in the room when Pap showed it to a select few, this one's a full-blown career killer. We're talking video evidence, bro. Not grainy, can't make out faces kind of video either. High definition, clear audio. The kind of clarity that makes PR teams start drinking at 9 a.m. now. Here's the alleged plot. The video supposedly shows Claressa in what's being described as negotiations with a rival promoter. And by negotiations, I mean off the books, under the table, potentially illegal kind of negotiations. Think promises of fixed fight outcomes, whispers about influencing judges, and side deals that would make even the shadiest reality TV contracts look legit. If this is true, it's not just personal drama. That's the kind of scandal that gets athletic commissions involved, triggers investigations, and can strip titles faster than you can say WBC and PAP. Oh, he's allegedly been sitting on this for months, playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, waiting for the perfect moment when public interest peaked, so the drop would hit like a meteor. The man's basically pulling a full-blown Infinity War villain move. It's timing it so the maximum number of careers gets snapped in half. But here's where the plot twist comes in. Pep's not the only one holding receipts anymore. Apparently, the same mysterious third party that gave him the initial leaks is now shopping other incriminating material to the press. And it's not all flattering for Pap either. That's right, this story might be seconds away from flipping back on him. Industry gossip says a well-connected blogger already has drafts ready, pairing Claressa's alleged dirt with some questionable financial decisions from Pap's side. We're talking tax records, offshore accounts, shady consulting fees from brands nobody's ever heard of. Basically, the mess is about to turn into a full-on mud wrestling match. The boxing world losing its collective mind. Promoters are reportedly holding emergency meetings to figure out whether they can keep certain fights on schedule without risking a total media circus. Sponsors are panicking, calling lawyers, drafting morals clauses they should have had in place years ago, and then, like the queen stepping onto the chessboard, Remy Ma finally moves. Not a direct statement, not a tell-all interview, nope, just a single, icy post on Instagram. A close-up photo of a teacup with steam curling into the air. Caption, "Patience, bro. The internet detonates." Fans flood the comments with theories. She knew the whole time. She's got her own receipts. She's about to finish both of them. Even celebrities are chiming in, some backing Remy, others subtweeting about grown folks airing dirty laundry and how embarrassing it is to let the world in your bedroom. Meanwhile, Claressa's camp is scrambling. Her PR rep releases a carefully worded statement calling the leaks misleading and part of a coordinated smear campaign. But here's the thing, no actual denial. No, that's not me. No, the video's fake. Just vague legal talk. And you know the internet loves to smell blood in the water by now. Sports news outlets are dedicating entire segments to the scandal. ESPN, TMZ Sports, The Shade Room. Everyone's running different angles, half of them contradicting each other. All of them making sure Claressa's name stays in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And then the countdown starts. Pap posts a cryptic Instagram story, a ticking clock gif, no caption. Within minutes, #PapDrop is trending on Twitter. People are setting alarms, live streaming their reactions, even placing bets on what the final leak will be. Finally, the drop. The video hits the internet like a right hook to the jaw. And it's exactly what the rumors promised. Clear, damning, and impossible to spin. The audio captures Claressa allegedly making promises that could easily be interpreted as fight-fixing. The visual shows her with people the boxing commission would definitely be interested in questioning. The reaction. Nuclear hashtags like #Claressa canceled and #titles stripped explode across platforms. Sponsors immediately announce suspension of collaborations. The Boxing Commission issues a statement saying they are reviewing the matter and considering disciplinary action. And just when it feels like her career is hanging by a thread, the real bombshell drops. That mysterious third party releases a file on Pap. Turns out, while he was busy exposing Claressa, he might have been dabbling in some under-the-table deals himself. And suddenly, the internet doesn't know who to root for anymore. The scandal morphs into something bigger than either of them. It's not just Pap versus Claressa anymore. It's an expose on the entire boxing industry's dirty laundry. Fans start demanding a Netflix documentary. Hashtag shift from canceling individuals to calling for reform. And suddenly, the FBI is rumored to be interested in looking into certain financial transactions. By the end of the week, both Pap and Claressa are trending daily, not for their athletic legacies, but for the mess that might just redefine how the sport is governed. And somewhere out there, that silent third party is probably smiling. Yeah, because if chaos was the goal, mission accomplished. But here's the kicker, bro. I'm hearing this still isn't over. There's chatter about a phase 2 to the leaks. And if that's true, the next round could pull in even bigger names, promoters, trainers, maybe even other champions. And when that happens, this won't just be the biggest boxing scandal of the year. It might be the biggest of the decade. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought this was just another messy breakup turned public spectacle, think again. Because what we've just witnessed might be the tip of the iceberg in a scandal that could blow the entire boxing industry wide open. Papoose didn't just drop receipts. He may have triggered a chain reaction that will drag more names into the mud than we can even count. Claressa Shields, once the golden face of women's boxing, is now facing a career-threatening storm. And leaks, they just keep coming. We've got alleged fight fixing, off-the-record negotiations, suspicious money trails, and a PR war that's unfolding in real time across every social media platform you can think of. But here's the question. Is this the end for Claressa? Or is she gearing up for the comeback of the century? And what about Pap? Is he the righteous whistleblower the internet's painting him as? Or is he just as dirty as the people he's calling out? And let's not forget the most dangerous player in this entire saga, that shadowy third party. It's pulling the strings from the dark. Who are they? What do they really want? And most importantly, who's next on their hit list? One thing's for sure, we're not just sipping tea, we're serving it piping hot. And this pot is boiling over, bro. If you think this story couldn't get any wilder, buckle up, because the next drop might just make this look like child's play. So I'm asking you, whose side are you on? Are you Team Pap, Team Claressa, or Team Burn It All Down? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because the next leak could drop any second. And trust me, you're going to want to be here when it does.